Tripod. Check. Feet. Check. Oh hey, what's up? Nice to meet you. I'm Caden. You've probably seen my videos before, but this is like the first time I've done this sort of thing out here, so sorry. But here we go. Today, I'm just walking around in this like obviously overgrown back area. It's like a creek, or was a creek at one time, but now it's just kind of, you know, sorry it's out of focus, but you get the point. I don't really know what to expect from these videos other than I'm having fun and I'm learning, and I hope to make it into something, which would be really sweet. So we'll see. It's kind of been a while since I've been back here, and to be honest, it might be lost. This is looking familiar. Yeah. I'm actually looking for a place to sit down, and I haven't been back here in quite a while, so I've been aimlessly walking. This is like middle of Oklahoma. This is kind of what it looks like if you have never been to Oklahoma. We're mostly flat, but we do have, like, you know, this sort of stuff going on. Check this thing out. Oh shit. What's up? I've been thinking a lot lately about what inspires me, what drives me, what motivates me, like what do I really, really want to do. I know that's kind of cliche, but it's more like, how can I take the direction of my own life story, pretty much. What can I do to make my story like my actual life, like my ideal story? How can I make that real? A good place to start would be, what is a story? We'd have to define story first. A story is, it can be a lot of things, but let's just say it is, per dictionary terms, a narrative of events. Simple enough. Pretty boring sounding, right? But everyone is pretty intensely captivated by stories for some reason. Little stories, big stories, happy stories, sad stories, scary stories. It goes on and on. Even ad companies put stories behind their product to make us buy it. And it works very well. All stories are composed of basically the same general story. And I mean, like, all stories, all of them. Every story has a character. Now, that character can be a person, an animal, whatever. There's just a character. That's how we start off. And so they go about their normal everyday routine, whatever that may be to them, and then they encounter a problem. Which sometimes isn't actually a problem, it just comes up that way at first, but usually it is an actual problem that they have to deal with. Now there's two ways they will deal with the problem. They will either overcome the problem, simple enough, or they will lose and not overcome the problem. Neither of those things are really more important than the other. So like, losing is not more important than winning, and winning is not more important than losing in a story. When a character overcomes an obstacle, they learn and then they better themselves in the process. They have some sort of improvement. Now what they learn is usually about themselves, not always, usually about themselves. Self-improvement is what it usually comes down to. On the other side, when a character is overcome by that obstacle instead of beating it, there is still a really valuable lesson to be learned in that, and it's just as important. Although this ending can be sad and really dramatic in some cases, it's, like I said, very important. Failure. Failure is important. not overcoming the obstacle is just as important as when you actually overcome the obstacle. So on one side, we have a lesson that teaches us that we can learn about ourselves throughout life, and we will learn about ourselves throughout life. And on the other side, just as important, that we will fail when we're trying to learn, and everybody fails, and it's okay. To me, the best stories are the ones that have both the overcoming of the obstacle and the failures. It doesn't end. You will never stop failing, but you will never stop learning along the way. So, what's your story? One last thing before we go. My last two videos that me and my girlfriend Paige made, which she's not here right now, but that's totally okay because it's really hot and there's lots of mosquitoes out here and I don't blame her. But we will be making more of those. Let me know what you guys want to see from us. Like I said, I don't really know what to expect from this whole YouTube thing. All I know is that I want to create and I want to get better at it. I love creating, I love editing, and so we'll see where it goes.